I have 5 Weight Watcher recipes to share with you today, and the best part, each one of them only has 7 ingredients. Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Corinna. The meals that I'm sharing with you, I am getting out of the Skinny Taste cookbook, and it is her simple Skinny Taste cookbook. All of her recipes that we have ever tried, we have loved, so I purchased this book knowing that I need a little simple in my life. And each recipe that I am making has a different meat to give us a variety. Tonight's dinner is creamy chicken and spinach with tri-colored pasta. Before I show you the ingredients for this meal, this recipe calls for a kickin' chicken poultry seasoning. And the seasonings that we're using, I bet you have them in your pantry. You need garlic powder, onion powder, sage, ground cumin, oregano, paprika, and thyme. You know what's funny? That is 7 seasonings, but that is not the 7 ingredients that goes into this meal. I'm putting mine in a little ramekin, starting off with 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Next is 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika. The recipe calls for sweet paprika. I could not find sweet paprika in my grocery stores, so I'm just keeping it simple and using regular paprika. I'm sure if you wanted to, it would be just as good if you use smoked paprika. Now let's add 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of sage, and 1 teaspoon of thyme. I'm gonna give this a stir, and then I'm going to set this aside. The recipe says you can add a 1/4 cup of kosher salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm just gonna use mine to taste, but if you're going to hang on to this seasoning, you want to store it in an airtight container. The 7 ingredients for this meal is the kickin' chicken poultry seasoning, spinach, tri-colored rotini pasta, milk. It specifies 2% in the recipe. Some chicken breasts, I have boneless, skinless, a 1/3 less fat of cream cheese, and I got Tuscan style blend shaved cheese. The recipe calls for pecorino, I don't know how to say it. If you know how, please leave it in the comments below. This is a new kind of cheese to me. But anyway, so I asked for this cheese, and I am not paying $6 to $10 for a little tiny wedge of cheese, and I went ahead and just got a Tuscan cheese. I figured that's good enough. I have the chicken in my frying pan, and I sprayed my pan with a little bit of olive oil spray. I'm also gonna add some of that kickin' chicken seasoning, and I'm gonna let this brown up. This meal is higher in points, but it's gonna be worth it. It's complete comfort food. For 1.5 cup serving, it is 485 calories, which brings it to 12 points through Weight Watchers. But it has 41 grams of protein. Remember, you can change the serving size, which makes it work with your points for the day. Does anybody else's babies lay in front of the stove while you're cooking and you have to kind of just work around them? I have a pot of water on the stove and bringing that to a boil. We're gonna put the ingredients for the sauce into a blender. The recipe says that you can use a small blender. I just have a regular blender, so that's what I'm going to use. I weighed out 8 ounces of the tri-colored pasta. You do not have to get that technical, but I did because I am being very mindful of my points. In the blender, I have 3 tablespoons of the low-fat cream cheese. I used this tablespoon to measure it out. Now I'm gonna add 1 cup of 2% milk. I have this Tuscan style blend. I measured it out to a 1/3 cup, and I'm gonna add it right into the blender. You also want to add a teaspoon of that kickin' chicken seasoning, and then blend it until it is smooth. Now I'm adding in the cream mixture. The pasta is done, but I want to reserve a 1/2 cup of pasta water. Back over to the chicken and the sauce. You want to add about 3 cups of fresh spinach and let that wilt down into the sauce. And if your sauce gets too thick, that's where the pasta water comes in. You can add a little bit of that water into the sauce and thin it out a little bit. Now we're gonna add that pasta. I'm gonna let this cook together for another minute. And so far, I'm not seeing that I need any of that pasta water. My sauce seems to be thin enough. I read the recipe wrong with the cheese. I was only supposed to put a 1/4 cup of the cheese into the sauce and then use the rest of it on the top of the dish and let it melt. I'm gonna go ahead and still sprinkle some over the top. It's not gonna make that much of a difference. I got a little bit out of the pan. I wanna taste test this. Okay, this is really, really good. I might add just a little bit more of that seasoning, but other than that, this is a really good meal. Tonight's dinner is andouille sausage with potatoes and vegetables. These are the 7 items that you need to make this meal. So you need some Creole seasoning, broccoli, fresh thyme, turkey or chicken andouille sausage. I have 3 peppers. It says 2, but I'm going to use 3. And then garlic and red potatoes. This is a personal choice, but I'm going to soften up the potatoes in my air fryer for about 10 minutes on 400. Okay, so I put about a half a teaspoon of olive oil in my pan and I added those potatoes. I have a half a teaspoon of Creole seasoning I'm going to add right into those potatoes, and also a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to cover these and cook these for probably about 10 minutes or so until the potatoes are soft. So this recipe, like most recipes that you find in cookbooks, online, whatever, says, you know, like cook your potatoes, take it out of the pan, put your vegetables in the pan, then add your potatoes later on, you know, and does everything in sections, which is perfectly fine. But me personally, I am not that kind of a cook. I like to have all the flavor melding together as it's cooking. So I still have a few minutes on these potatoes, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start adding the andouille sausage, the peppers, the broccoli, and you can also add another teaspoon of olive oil to the pan to help the peppers and the broccoli cook up. I am adding a half a teaspoon of that Cajun seasoning right into the vegetables. You can use fresh garlic, which is 2 cloves of fresh garlic. I just have minced. I'm gonna give this a good stir and I'm gonna let this continue cooking together. But do you notice the broccoli, how green it became once it hit the heat? I just added the andouille sausage. I'm gonna nestle that in with these vegetables, put the cover back on, and let it continue to cook. Man, oh man, does this smell good. And I love meals like this because I can just take everything and put it into one bowl. You don't really dirty any dishes, that is for sure. Okay, so normally I use dried thyme, and this says at the end to hit it with a little bit of thyme. And the recipe had said fresh thyme. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend the money. I spent the money and I got fresh thyme, and I am very glad I did, because as I was prepping the thyme to put into this dish, it smells so good. I really think that fresh thyme is going to just take this whole meal over the top. Let's get into the Weight Watcher app. I'm gonna tell you what the points are. So 1 serving is 1 1/3 cup. It is 302 calories and 9 points through Weight Watchers. This dish also has 19 grams of protein. Tonight's meal is turkey unstuffed pepper soup. But I'm not gonna use ground turkey. I am going to use lean ground beef. These are the 7 ingredients that make this meal. Lean ground beef or ground turkey, some cumin, an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, onion. It says 3 cloves of garlic, but I have minced garlic. And then 3 bell peppers and rice, which I already have going in my rice cooker. The measurements for this meal is 1 cup of meat pepper sauce and 1 cup of rice. It is 504 calories and 35 grams of protein. For Weight Watchers, that is 13 points, but you can always adjust the serving. I already have my rice going, so my next step is chopping up these peppers. Man, these peppers are juicy. I'm chopping into them and the juice is hitting me in my face. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have makeup on, so I'm like trying to blot it so that I don't smudge my makeup. Oh my goodness, do you ever have makeup on and then your face itches and you go to itch it and you're like, oh, I bet you I don't have an eyebrow left. Yeah. Ooh, taste the rainbow. Oh wait, no, that's Skittles. But it fits this, right? I broke up my burger a little bit. Now I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of cumin and some salt. My rice is done, so I'm just letting it hang out over here. I'm gonna add in the garlic. I'm gonna let this cook up just for a second. I added in the chopped onion, and now the peppers are gonna go in. I'm adding a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm gonna let these peppers and onions soften. I'm gonna put the cover on. That'll probably help them soften. Now that the peppers and onions have softened, I'm gonna add the 8 ounces of tomato sauce and a half a cup of water. I put the cover back on my pan and I'm going to let this simmer for about 20 minutes. I'm letting that sauce thicken up. This is a keeper, seriously. This was so good, so full flavor. Everybody loved it. I will definitely be making this again. Tonight's dinner is 5-spice beef kebabs. I'm starting off with showing you the 7 ingredients to make this meal. You need a red onion, some broccoli that I have chopped, and some steak, which I have chopped, soy sauce, rice vinegar, some honey, and allspice. This recipe calls for a Chinese 5-spice. It is $8 at my Walmart. So instead, the recipe said that you can use allspice, and that is what I'm going to use because I already have allspice in my pantry and I really don't want to spend $8 on a spice. Now, let's put the marinade together. I have a 1/4 cup of soy sauce going into the bowl. I need 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1.5 teaspoon of allspice. I'm gonna give this a good mix, and then we're going to get that broccoli and the steak and add half of the marinade to the broccoli and half of the marinade to the steak. These are gonna go in my refrigerator and marinate for the day. 1 serving is 2 skewers. For 2 skewers, it is 268 calories, 36 grams of protein, making it 4 points on Weight Watchers. I like when the main part of a meal is low in point and then I can add something to it for a side. I think tonight I'm going to make rice and then we can put it over rice. Okay, I'm putting the skewers together. The recipe says it's for 2 skewers and the 2 skewers end up holding 2 pieces of the steak and then onion and broccoli. And I cut the red onion into thick slices is how I did it. Or you can cut it into wedges is fine too. Sorry if you can hear the lawnmower, it's right next door. They just showed up and their neighbors are getting their lawn mowed. If you're using wooden skewers, a little tip, make sure to soak them before you put the meat and vegetables onto the skewers. That way when they're on the grill, they won't burn. And I'm leaving room in between so that the heat can really get in there and cook that steak. I put the skewers on the grill. Our skewers are metal, so I'm gonna have like little pinchies to turn them so I don't burn myself. But as you can see with a lot of the skewers, I ended up putting like just meat on some of them. I did some with just broccoli and then some with just steak and onion. Everybody has, you know, different tastes, but then the 2 skewers are mine. That is the broccoli and the red onion and the steak. This was another win for our family. The marinade seasoned the steak and the broccoli perfectly. It's a keeper. Tonight's dinner is Parmesan pork chops. This is also going to have a salad on the side and we are going to make our own dressing. The 7 ingredients that make up this meal is you need an egg. I have some pork loin cut into chops, garlic powder, seasoned breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese. For the Parmesan, it's supposed to be a fresh grated Parmesan. I have fresh shredded Parmesan. It's fine, it'll work. Red wine vinegar and a bag of salad, which I got the spring mix. For 1 chop, around 5 ounces is what you're looking for. And for 1.5 cups of salad, it is 286 calories, 38 grams of protein, which makes this meal 7 points on Weight Watchers. In a bowl, you want to put a 1/4 cup of the Parmesan, 1/4 cup of the breadcrumbs, and 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic powder. I'm going to mix this up really good. In another bowl, you want to add an egg and beat it. I have my oven preheated to 425. So with the pork, you want to salt both sides and then dip it in the egg mixture and then dip it into the Parmesan and breadcrumb mixture. And then you're going to pat the seasonings onto it so it sticks. And then you're going to place it on a cookie sheet, which mine is back there, and I have non-stick aluminum foil on it. These are going in for 20 minutes. And I am definitely checking those with a meat thermometer. For the salad, you just dump the mix into a bowl. Oh, look at that. My bowl's too small. Hang on. Okay, that's better. And then we're gonna make a dressing. Get the lettuce leaf out of there. Need 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and some salt and pepper. We're gonna pour that dressing over the salad. I'm gonna toss it and then put it in the refrigerator and have it just marinate until the pork is done. These pork chops, you can make them in the air fryer. You would spray the basket and cook them on 400 for 12 minutes, flipping them halfway. All right, let's take a minute and discuss this salad. The dressing is very, very good. I highly recommend it, and I can guarantee the pork chops are just as good because they smell really good. This was a great week of meals. All of the recipes are linked below. With each recipe is the nutrition, and that makes it easy for you to figure out your points or follow along on any program that you follow. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Wait, are you looking for even more delicious Weight Watcher recipes? Here are 2 more for you to watch next. Thank you for all of your amazing support. You are awesome.